Hello, welcome. Today's the new moon. Can you feel it? New moon in September. Um, I want to talk a little bit today about how to work with new moon energies to enhance and invigorate our goals and our intentions. I'm Tracy from Nature's Heart. I help women come back to their true selves, remember their magic, and find their joy through the magic of aromatherapy and self care that's inspired by nature. I want to share with you some new moon planning tips, and these are from my Soul Garden seasonal planner. The new autumn edition just began. It began with September, and today is the first new moon of this seasonal planner. So there's our September calendar spread. So why plan with a new moon? You might be asking, why do we plan with the new moon? So if we think about natural energies, the moon has people have worked with the moon going back to ancient times. And the new moon is sometimes called the dark moon, and that may help to remember the energies that it holds. The new moon is the time when the moon is at its smallest. So the dark moon, it's less visible in the sky. And what this means is after the new moon, the energy grows. The light of the moon grows and the energy associated with it grows. So, what that means is if we create our intentions and make plans and set our goals under the new moon, as the new moon grows, so do our dreams, so do our goals. It's working with that natural energy. So, some people consider the full moon to be the magical time, and I also believe that. There's a lot of information around moon planning, whether it's working with new moon, working with full moon, working with different aspects of moon energy. There's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of books entirely devoted to that subject. For me, I tend to go to overwhelm and overthinking things. It's kind of my superpower. That creates a lot of anxiety for myself. So I like to keep it simple. For me, new moon is for planning, for setting intentions, new beginnings, new moon, new beginnings. And the full moon is for releasing them. Full moon is for letting go of all of those things that no longer serve us, old patterns, old ways of thinking, old ways of being, so that there's room, there's energy for newness. So, new moon, that's the reason why we plan with the new moon. It really is just aligning ourselves to natural energies. So, planning at the new moon, it gives us a time. Naturally, we think, okay, new moon, new beginnings, time for my planning. It helps us to focus on what we desire. What is it that we want? And it helps us come back to it every month. We come back to what is it that I want? What do I focus on? What do I want to focus on? What are my priorities? And then it helps us to take those steps to achieve that. Planning at the new moon helps us to remember to include ourselves in our planning. Sometimes we get so caught up in schedules, maybe other people in our family or our work, and we forget to include our own personal work, our self care in our plans. Um, and as I mentioned, prioritizing and planning at the new moon helps us to prioritize. And it helps us to remember to prioritize ourselves and our own needs and our own desires. So this may feel at first a little bit artificial. It may feel a little bit uncomfortable. And with practice, it becomes very natural and it really flows and it feels, it can begin to feel very, very comfortable. So behind me, you can see some of the accoutrements of my own practice. And really, all we need is in us. You know, these things, the feathers and stones, and all the plant medicine that I work with as an aromatherapist. Um, these are all things that enhance the practice, but really, everything that we need is in here, right? Everything that we have is here. And sometimes we just need a little bit of guidance to come back to what we already have in here. So that's where the planner comes in. It guides us through some questions. And again, this is simple because, as I said, my tendency is to overthink. And you can expand on any of these concepts. I wanted to keep it simple, to keep it easy to work with. So the new moon planning pages goes through some simple questions. Um, Basically, what worked well last month, what could have a little bit more attention, what did I learn from that, what am I grateful for. Gratitude is really important, especially when it comes to planning. And then we move into what is it that I learned from all of this reflection on the last month. And then we come into what am I dreaming about. This is a place where we can collage, we can write, we can draw, we could maybe do nation, all kinds of options here. So it's a chance for us to reflect on what it is that we want, bring us back to our focus, and remember ourselves and remember to take care of ourselves. Self care is really big right now. It's really, really important. And I know we're hearing a lot about it out there. It really is vital that we remember to take care of ourselves. So, I will be speaking a little bit more about different aspects of this, the Soul Garden seasonal planner. I will put the link to it in the comments below this video or in the description of this video. This is my first YouTube live, so bear with me as I figure out how all the pieces work. Thank you so much for watching. May the new moon help to guide you and bring you all that you desire. Bye for now. If you'd like to know more about me and my work, you can find me at www.naturesheart.ca. You can also find links to the planner, and you can find links to information about aromatherapy, as well as working with natural earth-based